Good morning. Welcome to Old Vine Zen. I am Jan, and it's early like Sunday morning. Thank you for joining me. Ollie isn't in here yet, but he should be poking his head in pretty soon. So, Amelia Earhart. I was drawn to this woman's story years ago, and it came to mind last week. And so I kind of refreshed my knowledge on her, and I thought I'd share with you how much her philosophy in life and how she lived her life aligns so well with the Buddhist philosophy or Zen philosophy or Tao philosophy. I'd like to share that with you. So, number one, she had a short life, and her plane went down on her journey. She was going to go around the world, and her plane went down in the Pacific Ocean. But her life was centered around non-attachment. Now, non-attachment to what? She was not attached to the outcome of her flights. Of course, she had a plan, a clear plan written out and in her mind of what she wanted to achieve. But her focus was not on that. Her focus was on the journey itself. So she did not have this attachment to the outcome. And that plays a very important role in the Eastern philosophies, that the clinging to something is what causes us suffering. It's what causes us to hold back. So when we can focus more on what we are doing instead of what it's going to bring us, that is where we let go of the fear. Now, her fear was not in not landing. She wasn't focused on the landing. She was focused on the flight. So, and very much she aligned in this philosophy of staying focused on what was important, which was her journey. Another way her philosophy aligned with the Buddhist or Eastern traditions of philosophy, where she very much believed in education. And she believed that there was a lot to learn, a lot to keep learning, knowledge. She attacked that with a beginner's mind. And this aligns with the philosophies. A beginner's mind, never knowing everything about something. You know, once you become an expert, that's when you stop learning. But always with a beginner's mind. And I was taught that when I just started learning about meditation years and years and years ago. Always have a beginner's mind with everything. Never come off as the know-it-all of anything. Always keep that little space in your mind to explore something else. Doesn't mean you have to believe it, but to look at it. So she always had that beginner's mind. And she taught for a while at Purdue. She taught aviation courses. She helped women when they were coming to college to help them find their way, their journey, what they wanted to study. She also believed in women's rights. She was an advocate for women's rights. She began an organization called the 99s, which was for women pilots, women that wanted to get into aviation. She was very much connected with helping other people. It was very important to her. It's not just about you and your life, it's helping other people. So, very much in line. The other thing, solitude. She spent hours and hours alone flying. in her cockpit, just her and her mind. So she spent hours in solitude and exploring in that way. But she was not in isolation. She was just in solitude. So she wasn't lonely. She was alone, but she wasn't lonely because she had her mind and herself to communicate with. So in these ways, she lived very closely to impermanence because she never knew what was going to happen in her flights. And she understood that there was a big risk to be taken. But she didn't let that fear hold her back. She refused to have her life ruled by fear. So in Zen philosophy, they say the sky is vast and there is fear in the sky. And they are both allowed. The vastness of opportunity and the fear as well. And they're both allowed. So I offer this to you not in saying that she was a saint or that we should be more like Amelia Earhart. I'm not doing that. I'm offering to you today in our meditation to touch the part of you that already lives in that way, right? You live in that way. You live with the impermanence of life. You live not being held back by fear, right? You go for your dream, something that speaks to you. You don't let fear hold you back or the unknown or the uncertainty, right? You go and do it. And you don't just focus on the outcome. Will it work? What will people think? You know, all of that. What's going to happen to me? You don't live in that attachment to that. You make a clear, concise plan and you go for it, right? So we already have that place inside of us. And so today we're going to touch it and I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you with some words of Amelia so we can retouch it in case we've gotten off that path and, you know, a little bit too much fear that's holding us back, like it might not work. Well, think about that. I mean, come on. We've been given the biggest gift that we could be given to be born human. So let's take advantage of it. Okay. So this is our time that you have devoted to your meditation. So get comfortable, relax your shoulders, take a deep breath before we even close our eyes. Take a deep breath, let it go. Begin to settle in, okay? So I'm going to lower my chin a little bit. I like to kind of gaze down before I close my eyes and just take a minute. Take another deep breath, just begin to settle in. A meditation flying without a promise, living our life without a promise. Let the spine rise naturally, just like the horizon in the sky. The hands rest easily. The eyes may close now. Taking a slow breath in and a slow breath out. Belly softens, jaw relaxes. Just this moment is arriving for us. Nothing to achieve, nothing to prove. Feeling the weight of the body supported by the earth. Notice there's no effort. Let the shoulders soften. Allow the breath to find its own rhythm. Breathing in, feel steady. Breathing out, feel released. In Zen, we do not brace against life. We meet it upright. Breathing in like the open sky, like distance without demand, just breath. We are not required to know what comes next. We only ask to be present for what is here now. The breath comes, the breath goes. And the mind may want certainty. Let it want. Do not follow. Return to breathing. Return to sitting. Return to allowing. So we touch upon that quiet courage within us. It's the willingness to remain open, where there are no guarantees in life. Feel that quiet courage. This is not recklessness. This is clarity. There are no guarantees of any kind. And so we prepare as well as we can. We attend fully, and then we let go. Non-attachment to the outcome. Zen teaches us the way unfolds step by step, not destination by destination. We are not here to control the sky. We are here to navigate each moment. Let the outcomes drift like clouds. Let our effort be sincere, not tense. Breathing in, presence. Breathing out, trust. Solitude without separation. Feel how alone you are, and yet how connected. The breath you breathe has been breathed by countless beings before. And the silence that you sit in is shared across time. This is solitude without loneliness. It's stillness without withdrawal. Breathing in and breathing out. And now let us rest in what is for a moment. Release all the reflection. no images, no ideas, just sitting, just breathing, just being. And if fear arises, let it be. If calm arises, let it be. Nothing to fix, nothing to cling to. Wide sky, steady heart. And let us close with one gentle intention to meet our life as it is, with care and clarity and courage, without insisting on certainty. Clear sky, steady heart, I meet the way as it unfolds. I make my plan and I go forward. Breathing in and breathing out. Amelia was the one who looked up. She didn't chase the sky for glory, but because it was there, wide and waiting for her. And that curiosity she carried, it lit the engine, not to escape Earth, but to meet it from a true height. She trusted the question more than the ending and carried courage. And so even now, her spirit is not missing. It is simply still in flight, listening for what comes next. Breathing in and breathing out. We wish her all the best in her flight. And now we will close our meditation for today. And we will slowly return to where we began. And when you're ready, you can slowly reopen your eyes and come back. And so, thank you for listening and live your life, and don't compare it to anybody else's life. Something you do that might appear small to somebody else could be huge to you. So just, if there's something you really have in your heart you want to do, and you sit and think about it for years and years, it's never too late. It's never too late to start. And I think out of all that I learned from Amelia, is to follow the question, not the guarantee. There's no guarantees. Never, never. So, okay, I'm done. Write to me. I'll read your questions or what your ideas are, or what you want to go do. Maybe there's something you want to go do. I'll help you. Okay. All right. Take care. I'll see you soon. Next week, I hope so. Okay.